Hello everyone, March is here and welcome to the channel. And today I will be doing another comparison video between two sneakers that a lot of you have been requesting me to compare. So here on my left is the brand new KD13s. This is relatively new, and on my right is the NOT ZERO.3. Let's find out which one's for you. Let's go. I would just like to remind you guys that I have an ongoing raffle happening right now. If we reach 20k subscribers and one of these videos hit 2,000 likes, I'll be giving away a sneaker in your size. Alright, so good luck to you guys. Please share this video, subscribe here in the channel, follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to comment down your handle, your name, and your size. And by the way, if you haven't watched the full performance review of each of these, I'll be putting the link in the description down below. So as for the upper of the KD13s, it features a ripstop mesh upper all throughout the sneaker, while the NOT ZERO.3 has different materials in the upper. It has synthetic leather, suede, fused plastic, and of course the mesh upper, which is foam back. There's a lot of things happening in the NOT upper. It really symbolizes Russell Westbrook, which is a loud player, very vocal, and it also reflects in his shoes. In terms of performance aspect, let's go to the forefoot area of the sneakers. Both sneakers have a lot of fusing, an extra layer around the forefoot, giving us support and durability around the forefoot area, which is a very high tension area. When you do sudden stops, lateral movements, you really need those fusing, especially around the toe area. For example, for the NOTs, there's an extra material in the toe area, and also in the KD13s, there's another textile wrapping around the forefoot area of the KD13s, plus a fuse area, which will improve durability of the sneaker around the forefoot. So I would say both have very durable and supportive upper. It really depends on your preference on how it looks, toe down. And if you want more materials, of course, the NOT ZERO.3 is for you. And moving on to the midfoot part of the sneaker, where it has the most difference in the upper, the NOT ZERO.3 has a strap. The strap adds lateral support and also pulls your foot down to the footbed, giving you maximum lockdown. And as for the KD13s, although it doesn't have a strap, the lockdown is still very good around the midfoot, and the swoosh also helps in that aspect. When you lace around the midfoot part of the KD13s, the Nike swoosh also pulls inward, giving you lateral support and also pulling your foot down to the footbed. So as for midfoot lockdown, I would say the same, but there's a little bit more advantage on the NOTs because you can add a little more support around the midfoot area. So it's just a matter of preference. And moving on to the heel part of the sneaker, the KD13s has extra wings happening around the ankle area, giving you an ankle support feel to it. And also it's a midfoot sneaker, giving you extra ankle protection. And as for the heel containment, heel lockdown, it is very good. There is no heel slippage. I really love the heel containment that I'm feeling on the KD13s. It is really hugging my heel, and NOT ZERO.3, very similar sensation. Heel lockdown, heel containment, and ankle support is also as good as the KD13s. The only difference is curves around your ankle a bit more. And this is another personal choice for you guys. If you want your ankle to be freely moving, of course choose the NOT ZERO.3 because some are not that comfortable wearing a mid-cut sneaker. But in terms of support, lockdown, and containment, I would give it a tie. And as for the lacing system of both sneakers, both have traditional lacing system. They are very easy to wear, no need for break-in time. Of course, in the NOTs, there's an extra task to do because you have to strap it, but that's just a little additional time in your side. As for ventilation of both sneakers, I would say they're pretty much equal. They are not well ventilated, but they are also not that hot. They're both on the average, so no problems there in my personal experience. Moving on to the midfoot cushion part of the sneaker, this is where the major difference is. Let's talk about first the carrier phylon of both sneakers. Of course, the main advantage of the NOT ZERO.3, the phylon creates a very wave-lighting shape around the lateral area. Phylon gives you extra lateral support and also wraps around to the medial part of the sneaker, making it cradle your foot on the footbed and avoiding your feet from slipping around inside the sneaker. KD13's injected phylon is not as high as the ones the NOT ZERO.3, gives you lateral and medial support, and it also cradles your foot in the footbed, but not as exaggerated as the ones in the NOT ZERO.3. So if you're a player as shifty as Russell Westbrook, when he shifts, there's power in it. If you're that kind of player, go with the NOT ZERO.3. And if you're a shifty guard and you're more on the graceful side, you are safe with the KD13s. Another major difference in the cushion is what's inside Of course, the KD13s has a full-length zoom, no strobo board. You can feel it under your foot immediately, no break-in time needed. While the NOT ZERO.3 has a large unlocked forefoot zoom. Both sneakers are very bouncy around the forefoot area, so it really depends on what you like. If you want to be very bouncy at the same time very stable and you like stepping in a flat surface, of course go with the NOT ZERO.3 because it has a strobo board which is flat. While if you don't mind it to be not too flat around the forefoot area and you get the maximum bounciness feel or sensation in the forefoot, go with the KD13s. As for the heel part of the sneakers, the NOTs have very nice impact protection in the heel, and the main difference that you will be feeling on the KD13s is KD13s you will also feel great impact protection, at the same time have that bounciness feel on the heel. So it really depends on your style of play and the feeling you want in your cushion. So you decide. Now let's move on to the traction outsole of the sneakers. The KD13s features circular pattern traction, while the NOT ZERO.3 features lightning pattern on the outsole. Both rubber compound are very hard, so I think outdoor use is pretty much safe in these two sneakers. And as for the squeakiness factor, I would say the KD13 squeaks a lot more compared to the NOT, because some movements on the NOT the traction doesn't squeak. And in terms of grippiness on the floor, I would give a slight advantage on the traction on the KD13s because it stops harder compared to the NOT ZERO.3. For dust pickup, I would say they're pretty much equal. They don't pick up dust that quickly. You don't need to wipe them often, so that is a great advantage. And another difference on the outsole is the NOT ZERO.3 has a decoupled outsole, while the KD13s have one solid rubber outsole. The benefit on this decoupled outsole, you can see this large shank plate. It really springs back more compared to the KD13s because of how large this is and how exposed this is. And in terms of heel-to-toe transition, especially when you're running, you can really feel how smooth the motion of your foot is in the NOT ZERO.3. So if you are more of a runner, you're a quick guard running up and down the court like Westbrook, NOT ZERO.3 is for you. But if you're more on the moderate side, I think the KD13s is just enough for you. Moving on to the weight of the sneaker, the NOT ZERO.3 is 426 grams, while the KD13s is 430. So I'm quite surprised with that. The KD13s is heavier than the NOTs, given that the NOTs have different materials in the upper and it has a strap. Maybe the weight is coming from the heel cushion part of the KD13 because the phylon in the heel part of the NOTs is a lot thinner compared to the KDs. The heel phylon on the NOTs is just an optical illusion. It looks very thick, but actually the phylon is just this thick, so it's a little bit thinner compared to the KD13s, but they're pretty much on the same weight. You won't be feeling the difference in weight between these two. So I would say the weight is pretty much equal, and both sneakers really fits well in your feet. You wouldn't really feel the weight on the sneakers, trust me. For the sizing of the KD13s, go true to your size. If you're a regular footer, wide footer, go half a size up. While on the NOTs, go half a size down for regular footers. And for wide footers, go true to your size. And if you have a wide feet, I would say that the NOTs are more wide footer friendly because it has more space above the forefoot area compared to the KD13s. Goes up more around this part. So if you're a wide footer and if you have a really wide foot, you are really safe on the NOTs. And as for the price point, SRP for the NOTs is $6,745, while the KD13s is $7,645. 900 pesos difference, or around $20 difference. This is more expensive by $20. So here are the key points on the final verdict. If you want a more supportive upper, don't mind a lot of things going on around the upper of the sneaker. If you like that feel of a decoupled outsole, and if you want to feel that stability below your foot, at the same time, very bouncy and a very good impact protection in the heel, and a little more lower around the ankle part. If you're more on the budget, of course, go with the NOTs. And some colorways are already on sale right now. While if you want a more minimal look around the upper and you don't mind a mid-cut sneaker and you want that bouncy feeling directly under your foot from the forefoot to the heel, and a very awesome traction, of course, go with the KD13s. Forgot to mention about the court feel and responsive of both sneakers. Both sneakers are very responsive, and as for the height, I would say they're pretty much the same around the forefoot, and on the heel the KD13s is a lot thicker compared to the Y-Nots. There you have it. That's my comparison between the KD13s and the Y-Not 0.3. I hope I helped you guys out. Once again, if you have any questions, hit me a comment down below. Thank you again for supporting and watching this video. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.